Well, this has been quite the day. I blame Sky because it's your birthday.
Yeah. This is what happens when we start eating cake at 6:30 in the morning.
It has been a lot. It's
Cake and tendies.
National Nut Day.
It is National Nut Day. Everyone got a
Give me
nut
the
today.
nuts.
Everyone's got a nut today.
That's not what it means, you creep. That is not what it means.
Anyway, do you like when people give you little nicknames?
What?
Like call you like Buddy or Champ?
Or Weird Al? No, I
No,
don't.
well, that-
no,
no,
I don't. Thank you for
That's very specific.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Some people like it, some people not so much.
We ain't done yet. It's time for the P1 podcast.
Fun's not over yet.
Completely uncensored and unfiltered, except for that part. Looking for the after party with it going. The show's after show starts now.
Yeah, I have a tendency, mostly through emails or text, to call people Bud or Buddy or Bro or something like that all the time.
Yeah.
Bro with you makes sense, but I don't know if I've ever heard you say bud or buddy.
When I write somebody back, I'll be like, hey, Bud, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I do that a lot.
Huh.
Yeah, we've had a painter at our house who's like kind of been like helping my husband. So he's been there, I want to say, 3-4 days a week for the last like 2-3 months straight. So he's there a lot. And he calls my husband boss.
That one creeps me out, and I'll tell you why.
Really?
Because somebody told me a long
Yes.
time ago, if somebody calls you boss, they've been in jail.
Yeah. You talk like that
really?
Because in jail, you have to call whatever the guard's boss.
Everybody boss.
Oh.
And so whenever anybody goes, hey, boss, I go,
Ooh, yep.
you're a fucking convict.
You've
Wow.
done time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Immediately, I say that.
I never heard
So, Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's not a term of endearment, though?
I don't know.
Like I respect you.
I don't know.
I used to call you boss.
Exactly.
Yeah. Creep.
Convict.
Drug
You
mule.
piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
Dario.
But Emily was saying that you've run into a situation where those terms are being thrown around.
Yeah.
What's happening?
So my dad's in the hospital right now. He had open heart surgery on Friday, triple bypass.
Wow.
And he's been in the ICU.
God, is he okay?
Yeah, he's doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that's been a lot to handle, but I've been going to visit him every single day since Friday. And they switched over and gave him a new nurse
Oh.
for the last 3 days. He's had a new nurse than the original one. And it's a guy. It's a dude. Super, super nice guy.
So guy nurses are interesting
What do we got?
because I've had experience with guy nurses, and they're the sweetest guys in the world.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget when I had my major surgery.
Oh, remember Emily didn't remember that during the Newly Show game the other day. She
I
thought you
know.
had never had
Brought
surgery.
it up multiple times.
Yee.
I had this major surgery,
Yeah.
and they were going to put me under. And so they were going to give me what the hell is it called?
Epidural.
Oh, yeah.
Into my spine. And so they lean me over. They're going to put this epidural in me.
Oh, fuck, man.
And they're having a hard time. and
Oh,
so
no,
they're like,
no.
can't get it. And I'm freaked out already because I'm about to go under for this major surgery.
Yeah.
And so I'm leaned over.
Oh, God.
And they can't get it. And so they're like fumbling around back there. And it's my spine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, fuck. Like, am I going to go paralyzed any second? And I had this giant, burly, hairy dude who was my nurse. And this fucking guy talked me down off a ledge and was the sweetest human being on the planet. He looked like he literally was a Hell's Angel.
Yeah.
And he's rubbing my back, going, don't worry, buddy, it's going to be okay.
Oh.
You know, they're just working it out. Don't worry, we're going to get through this. And I'm like, oh, thank God.
That was so comforting,
Wow.
too.
And it did the
was-
trick.
It was everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know, I probably had like reservations about male nurses
Oh,
before because
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, you know, do they? Ever since then, anytime I see a male nurse, I'm like, that fucking guy's awesome.
Really?
Because of that one dude.
Yeah,
because of that one dude.
Changed everything.
Changed everything for me.
Every time I see a male nurse, I think of Meet the Fuckers. When he meets De Niro,
Greg.
and he's like, not a lot of men in your profession, huh, Greg? And they're all like sitting around with a bunch of doctors,
Yeah.
and De Niro just yells out, Greg's a male nurse.
Which is kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Because anybody, why was nurses just a female-dominated
Yeah.
thing?
I don't know.
I don't
Because
know.
men were doctors
'Cause,
and
yes.
females were
Back
nurses.
in the
Right,
day.
right.
But it's all changed now.
Yeah.
Females can be Dr. Sky.
Well, I know.
Males can be nurses.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Here with your judging.
No, I
don't understand it.
I know that. I have friends
So
with
anyway, you got a male nurse.
Yeah, he's got a male nurse. And then, like, little backstory about my dad. He is a Vietnam vet, had a very, very rough upbringing. My mom and him got a divorce when I was like 14, and he's never really bounced back. He's kind of upset at life
Oh no.
and very, very grumpy.
Yeah.
Loves my sister and I, but just really, really grumpy.
He's kind of a loner.
Yeah, loner, lives alone in a studio apartment. So
Is he tall? Is he short? Is he medium?
he's not very tall. He's like 5'11".
5'11"?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and bigger, a big man.
Burly
Okay.
man.
Big burly man. Yeah. And so we've got that.
Has he ever murdered anybody?
He's never I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just immediately thought that.
Yeah.
So he's like, he's in the hospital and he hasn't been the greatest patient either. He's a little bit difficult.
Oh God.
Because he's grumpy.
That's got to be fun.
Yeah,
So-
old guys in the hospital. Oh, I'm sure like the nurses and doctors are like, fuck.
They know when they see
know.
this, they walk into the room, they know what they're going to get.
Oh,
They're like,
yeah.
oh, shit,
Oh,
this
yeah.
isn't going to be easy.
Oh, yeah.
And they have to mess with him every 2 hours and he doesn't want to do it. You know what I mean? All this stuff.
It's miserable. When you're in the hospital,
Yeah.
you're supposed to get rest, but you can never rest because they wake you up every
Yeah.
2 minutes
Yeah.
to take your temperature, to do your blood pressure, to draw
Yeah.
blood.
There's tubes in you. There's things beeping.
awful.
Yeah. ugh.
So I get it. I mean, if he's already a grumpy guy,
Yeah.
on top of that, doesn't feel good, probably lack of everything, sleep and everything, the food sucks.
Yeah.
He's probably miserable.
Yeah. So the first nurse was a woman and she was amazing and he was cheerful with
I'll
her.
get a little sponge bath, a little extra.
Yeah, she was very
Big
pretty
titties.
and he
Yeah.
it was a delightful experience for what we were dealing with.
I bet it was.
Yeah,
So-
buddy.
Milk me.
What?
What? Milk me. I roll in Sunday morning to go see him.
Yeah.
That's what I think I'm walking into. And instead, I walk in and the nurse has been switched and it's a male nurse. He's
Big
a
titties?
younger dude.
What?
It's a male nurse.
Yeah, no titties.
No titties.
No
No
titties.
titties. No. And he starts, he's super nice, but he starts messing around with my dad and he goes, how you doing, bud? You doing okay, bud? And he's like touching. And
Yeah.
my dad fucking looks at him
Oh, no.
like with a death stare.
Like, I will murder
What
you.
the fuck did you just say to me? He didn't say anything, but my dad, and I'm already like,
What's the
and
problem?
I'm sitting there next to my dad going, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Why?
This is not happening.
Why?
My dad hates when somebody like patronizes him and calls him like bud or buddy or pal.
I mean, but look at
It's like his worst thing.
Maybe he doesn't know your dad's name.
and look at the
of course he
context. Look at the context.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in the hospital. He's making sure the guy feels okay, and he's like, you all right, bud? You doing okay? Like, there's nothing. I would love that. Me personally, I would be like, oh, that guy's nice. Like, that guy's being cool.
But isn't there a difference between...
He's not being condescending.
No, but it kind of is almost childlike. I feel like not like he's intentionally like, yes, I get he has good intentions. He wants to check in. He doesn't want to hurt your dad. But at the same time, it kind of sounds like he's talking to him like a little kid.
I sort of understand that.
Yeah.
Thor, you could talk on this. When you're sick, or especially if you're in the hospital, you're almost childlike. I have no control over the situation. If I'm probably not even peeing myself.
Yeah.
Like, I almost want to be treated like that. You
But
know when guys are
mentally-
sick? When guys are sick,
Yeah,
what
they're
happens?
babies. They're
We wanna be
babies.
babies.
Yeah.
We're babies.
Yes.
Big old
So,
babies.
It's okay. I don't mind this.
But my husband wants me to wait on him hand and foot like he's a baby, but he doesn't want me to talk to him like a baby. Like,
Because you're
oh,
condescending.
oh.
Listen to the tone. Go. Do it.
Oh,
Do it.
oh, buddy, you want me to take your temperature, buddy?
See?
Oh,
Yeah, you're being a dick.
How you doing, buddy?
Yeah.
No, that's the vibe
No,
I
no,
got.
no.
That's
You are being a
I-
complete dick.
No,
and
that's
you
the
know
vibe
it.
I got.
You're full of shit.
That's the
Sky.
vibe I got from
no,
what
it
Emily
isn't.
said.
It wasn't-
Bullshit.
it wasn't-
You know what you're doing.
What?
You're being a total bitch.
I'm
and
not.
Yes, you are. You're being condescending to him.
I'm love and light.
No, you're the opposite of that.
Oh, no.
When your husband is sick, get the fuck out of here.
Well, that
You're
guy's-
being a jerk.
that guy's
And so
crazy.
there's a massive difference from your wife being, hey, buddy, you okay? To a guy who's taking care of you going, hey, bud, you all right? You need anything? Can I get you anything, buddy?
Is there
There's
something
a
about
huge
reading
difference.
your audience, though, and reading your crowd? I would just look at my dad and kind of go, this guy's
Fuck
probably
this
not
guy.
Pulls the plug.
Yeah. No, but seriously,
You're good.
I would have a problem with this.
Really?
I don't like when people call me bud or champ. I don't like that.
No?
No, if it was a male nurse, I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, I wouldn't want a male nurse call me bud or champ. I think it's weird. I'd rather a male nurse like bro it up with me.
So if he
Call
said
me
bro, you're cool.
Yeah, what's up, bro? How you doing, dude? Everything going okay? That's fine.
So
But
the bud is
bud,
the problem?
champ, yeah. If a female nurse came in and called me like bud and she was hot, I'd be like, hey, what's up?
Oh,
I'd be totally
really?
I'd be totally fine with that.
wow.
Even if it doesn't even have to be hot. If it's a female nurse, I take it differently.
Yeah.
I know it's just I don't know, but if a guy's calling me, he could be the nicest guy on earth, and he probably is. But I take it as condescending. Just by if Eddie started calling me bud and champ, I'd be like, dude, can you stop doing that?
Well, I mean, I know you. I know
But
your
you know-
I know
but-
your name.
I feel like it's a step away from little guy. You know what I mean? Like you go
Which is what
bud,
which is
champ,
what my dad calls
little
me.
guy. Yeah,
Which is what my dad calls me.
yeah. So I get what
Yes,
your
my
dad.
dad
I
still
get
calls
your
me.
dad's not vibing it.
I arrived yesterday
Yeah.
and we went on a walk this time down the hallway and
Oh,
back.
it's always fun.
Big
Yeah, it
walk.
was super fun. And the
Just
nurse was
dragging his
walking
thing.
behind him.
Yeah.
No,
On
he
the-
had to
with the
walk on
tennis
this
balls.
huge walker thing that was like massive, and he was like strapped onto it.
Oh my
geez.
gosh!
It's gnarly.
Wow.
And the nurse is behind him, and I'm just walking next to my dad talking to him, and he goes, "Look at this champ right here. You are awesome. Look at this champ.
Oh,
This
so he's
guy's
firing
a
him
champ."
Up. He's firing him up.
I would turn around and punch this guy in the fucking face if he did that to
I
me.
love this.
I would turn around and punch this fucking
You
guy
don't like
in the
pep
face.
talks? You don't want a pep talk?
Not like that. Oh, the other people around from this male nurse
I'm like-
who I'm 30 years older than.
Look at me.
Like Chariots of Fire
No,
playing.
fuck that.
This is
I would
amazing.
take my walker and try to slam it into his face and then repeatedly blow him in the head with it over and over
Give him a
and
head
over.
injury. Oh wow!
He's lucky we're in a hospital because he's going to need some surgery
my
after I'm
God.
done with him.
My God.
What is the problem here? I don't understand. Why do you have such a problem with this?
Because that is so crazy to say that to an older guy.
I almost, and I wanted to go, listen, fucker. Stop fucking calling my dad champ and fucking bud.
Look
He
at
doesn't like
he's
it.
doing it. He's doing it. He's not 6 years old. Like, what are you doing?
He had major surgery.
100%.
He's
Oh my God.
relearning to do all this stuff, and he's going through rehab. And so doing that, you got to fire him up. Let's get going. Here we go. All right, buddy. You
I
got
wouldn't.
this.
But you
I
have.
love this.
But what's your dad's name?
Dan.
If I'd be like, all right, Dan, you got this. Even that is like, dude, shut the fuck
Here we
up.
go,
I know how to
Big Dan.
walk.
Big Dan.
You know what I
Here we
mean?
No, you're risky with Big Dan.
I'd
Dan,
be-
you're the man.
No Dan the
you're the
man.
man.
Nope.
I would stop
my
and I'd
dad.
look at you. I would look at you and be like, "Can you fucking stop? Like, there's other people around. Stop!
Yeah, you're
I can
making-
fucking walk.
You're
I
making me
got
feel
this."
worse,
Yeah.
dude.
I mean, come on, Jill Whore.
No, my name is not Tillhor.
I'm just reading up the sheet. I
Yeah.
don't-
It's Tyler. It's just spelled really weird.
Oh,
sir.
my God, I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
Yeah.
If this was a female
my
nurse saying like,
Yeah.
it would just be. If it was a female nurse, I would appreciate it.
Sexist. So sexist.
It is. It is. I'm
Really
sorry.
ridiculous.
It is.
I'm a champion for male nurses.
Oh, are you?
Who knew?
Oh my gosh, Eddie.
I'm letting you know that.
This
So
is
you're
your cause.
telling me,
Absolutely.
Eddie, you're in a walker,
Yeah.
you're struggling down the hallway,
Yeah.
and you have a male
I'm not gonna
nurse
make it.
saying, you got this, buddy. You can do it, champ.
I can't do
Oh,
this.
you
can't
yeah,
do this.
Eddie, you got this, bud.
Yeah.
Come on, little guy.
I need this. That's
Wow.
amazing.
I
That
would-
fired me up.
I would turn around,
fired you
I
up.
would get an adrenaline rush, and I would immediately start kneeing this guy in the nuts.
I mean,
Oh wow!
I'd be
Straight
so
for the nuts.
offended.
I'd be in
oh
tears.
My gosh. Tears.
from the motivation.
Oh yeah, really.
I'd be in tears.
Wow.
And a chick's doing that to me? Nah.
Male nurse.
Oh, you don't like.
You
I
want
prefer the
from
male. I want the male.
nurse.
I want the male nurse.
Wow. Do you want
Yeah.
a special sticker when you're done too, or how are we doing this?
Are they,
Extra.
do they hand them out?
Yeah, I
They
heard
hand them
so.
out. Sure, I'll take one.
Maybe an extra
Did
Jello.
anybody?
Right there, like champion
Oh.
today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Champion today.
Did anybody? Did anybody say anything to the male nurse?
yes.
No.
So they're
Like,
gonna keep letting it happen. Your dad's gonna snap.
Yeah.
He's gonna snap.
Your dad may punch him.
I can't say something to him. He's trying to be nice.
Did he bring his bayonet with him? Because I'd be really nervous.
No.
I would, if I was you, I would say to him, I'd pull him aside and go, "Listen, dude, you were super nice, but my dad, he's a grumpy guy. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I
blame
would.
the dad. Yeah,
yeah.
Call him-
I would
call him
start
old school.
Call. He's very old school. Just call him Dan.
Just dance fine.
Just call him Dan.
Okay.
Don't call him anything else.
You know me. I won't get the courage to do that.
No. Have your sister do
I mean,
it,
it's not even that much of a confrontation.
though. No.
That's
Come on,
scary.
Dano.
It's gonna be worse.
Oh, no, Dan.
Dan.
It's just straight
Dan
Dan.
the man.
Nope, nope.
Dan
oh,
the
God.
man.
Uh-oh.
It's
No?
gonna be worse when your dad grabs scissors and starts stabbing the guy in the neck for
probably-
calling him champ.
Yeah,
Oh my
that'd be
God.
worse.
God,
Yeah.
I don't understand what's. I'm going to show
so
up today. I'm
bad.
going to motivate him.
No,
You're
I'm
gonna
Eddie.
going to
go.
motivate Dan.
I don't
Are
think
you?
so.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I will cheer him on.
Okay.
Yes, me and the male nurse.